without a placard draw?
Because they're losing.
Yeah, tell me about
Did
it.
you say?
Ready to come down?
Maybe we should just go.
Excuse me.
I couldn't help but overhear your conundrum. Might you consider employing the services of an impartial third party? Someone who can resolve your conflict with humility and an open mind. I am Pasquale, the Arbiter.
Well, I already hate him.
I enter into situations of failed discourse and remedy the blockage using tools ranging from the conventional to the esoteric. I've resolved a vast array of seemingly hopeless dilemmas for countless desperate individuals and groups, as it were. So please, if you'll allow me, what is the conflict you're facing today?
Well, our two organizations have been playing this game for more than 50 years, a game of our own invention. Every year we come to this conference room and we play for a week this fair and exciting game.
Go on.
Well, for a few years now, we men of faith have begun to suspect that the wheel, which is the centerpiece of our gameplay, does not present an equal probability of success. So we think that the wheel is either broken or rigged.
Of course you do.
You take that back! No, we're not taking that back! Silence!
What do you think of this claim?
The very notion that we would sink so low as to rig the wheel, that they could even think such a thing of us. I feel like I've been punched in the gut.
Well, what other explanation is there?
I believe I understand. May I? All right.
That's another 4 points for us! Plus, we can take our battalion placard out of the bucket and use it on our next turn!
Now, what happens if I spin again?
Another 6 points for us and an opportunity to play a placard.
Skip!
No turn for you!
You see, the wheel hasn't once landed on one of our totems, like the spade or the heron. It's not much of a game, is it, if there's no justice?
All right. I've heard enough. I regret to inform you that what you are experiencing is neither the result of faulty machinery nor of foul play. The wheel has, for better or worse, adopted a preference for the fisherman. The phenomenon is known as Hellman's Bogart, named for Dr. Ernst Hellman, German physician, God rest his soul, whose alarm clock refused to sound its little bell in the afternoon hours. Through his experiments with the clock, he found that objects can and will occasionally take on certain predilections based on convenience, morals, and simply a matter of taste. In Hellman's case, the clock was simply too tired to to ring its little bell in the afternoon. Thankfully, he discovered a cure. And the cure was not without its faults. But what cure is? So in the case of the spinning wheel, our first option is to appeal to its sense of reason. And if that doesn't work, we'll have to burn it.
Burn it?
That's right. An object that refuses to operate within the confines of man's will must be destroyed, as its whims know no bounds.
Doesn't that seem a bit harsh?
No.
If he says it isn't harsh, it isn't harsh.
But I warn you, once I recite the invocation, there is no going back. We will be obliged to follow through with our promise whether we want to or not.
Okay.
All right. Then let's see if the wheel isn't open to reason.
Oh, wheel! Can't you see? These men seek to play a fair game, but once per year they gather to engage in your amusement. And you lead them astray. Why? Why do you hurt them? Why do you cause them strife? With but one life to live, you choose pain instead of joy. Listen to reason, O wheel. Listen to the cries of a man who's been hurt, who's been shamed, who's been ridiculed his whole life for his strange ways and intelligence. And if you refuse our plea, know that with a fire we will stoke thee, and that fire will catch fire, and so on and so forth, such that it burns and burns and burns from one man to the next, until we are all but ashes in its wake.
We hope that you hear us, O wheel, and give it some thought. Thank you. That's all?
Ashes in its wake?
That's right.
Well, now what?
Now we wait.
For?
We need to give the wheel time to think it over. Rome wasn't built in a day, etc., etc. Shall we have a drink? My mother, the old man, was always adorned with various silks and laces to follow. Acquire for her all about town. She knew better than to ask where they came from. Another round, did you think?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Excuse me for a moment.
I didn't get a chance to touch the wheel.
Patience, Brother David.
I'm starting to think that this guy is a bit of a fraud.
Beg your pardon?
You know, a phony, a swindler. Why did we believe that he knew what he was talking about?
You know, I'm not sure. It's just that he came in with such confidence.
Excuse me. Do you think that Pasquale might be a fraud?
We were just talking about the same thing. Is it possible maybe he's just a drunk?
You're a funny little man.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, but when I think what he did to us all in there, you know, he sort of, well, he hypnotized us. A complete stranger.
Waltzing in here, commanding our trust. What isn't done?
I don't know why we didn't see it at the time.
I've spent countless vacations in a tropical climate, and it's never as good as Oh, hello.
We'd like to ask you to leave.
Who? Me? All right then.
Crazy fucking drunk.
Oh my gosh.
The tuxedo.
It is odd, isn't it?
Not in all my years, my friend.
What was all that about? Having to destroy the wheel. All of us burning up.
You don't think what he said could be true?
To live in an old shack by the sea, and breathe the sweet salt air. To live with the dawn and the dusk, and in the evening when the sky is on fire, heaven and earth become my great open cathedral, where all men are brothers, where all things are bound by law, and know the thrill of loneliness, and lose all sense of time, and be free.